Mana nak tukar? I tak tahu. Okay, don't know how to do it. Never mind. Dah doktor. Okay, edit me FYP 1 ah. FYP SEM 1. This is for corporate management saja ke ataupun semua orang?
Semua orang.
Semua? Okay. So corporate management ada, marketing ada, and then okay. Look. Ni yang masalah. Okay. Dia dah hantar tapi dia tak nak. Kemudian send. Marketing SCM only doctor. Okay, yang mana yang daripada economy? Can you also give put me inside the group so that I can send you? Kalau ada lah student daripada economy, student daripada finance ke mana-mana ke. Okay. Dapat tak? Okay. Okay, jom kita start lah. Thank you, Dr. Sama. Alright, now, with the template that I shared just now, okay, can you please look at the template? Kalau ikutkan sebenarnya, gambar yang dalam template tu, because this template is shared by Dr. Fadila, so basically the picture from the template is not as clear as it should be lah. This is actually template yang I pernah buat, like I can't remember in 2022. Okay, so this template dia punya ni sangat jelas sebab dia bukan gambar. Ini adalah apa namanya, yang ni logo Universe lah. So it's not one picture but it's actually several pictures in one go. Okay, so kalau you perlukan yang ni pun, I think this one of the main concern of this one of the main concern yang I dapat daripada yang I buat ni is because economy student and corporate management student, finance student, accounting as well as marketing, the school of thoughts is different. So the way that you write is also different. Okay? When the way that you write is different, contoh apa perbezaan dia? Mostly for economic student, you punya framework, research framework will be in chapter 3. Tapi for marketing and management student, your research framework could come as early as in chapter 1 ataupun chapter 2. Okay, usually we will write it in chapter 2. Okay, sebab kita akan cakap pasal dia punya theory, we're going to touch on the hypothesis development. So basically, our conceptual framework will be in chapter 2. Tapi kalau untuk economic student, because they have a lot of different types of method that they use, okay, so basically that's why the conceptual framework will be in chapter 3. Selepas they discuss the methodology. Okay, once they already discuss the methodology, then only apa nama ni, dia punya research framework tu diperkenalkan lah. Okay, so it's different. Okay, it's different for corporate management student, it's different for marketing student, it's different for apa nama ni, it's also different for finance and accounting student. Okay. Alright. So let's just go through the general part. Okay. Kita go through general dulu lah ya. It's easier that way. Okay, so this is your first page. Okay, this is title. I think that you'll not be able to change this. Apa? Oh, boleh je. Patutnya this box is meant to be uneditable. Maksudnya you boleh edit dalam ni tapi you tak boleh nak move dia lah. Okay, so this is title. Please do not change the font ataupun jangan change dia punya formatting. It's already Times New Roman. Okay, font number 14. Okay, font size 14. Kalau you tengok dekat sini, okay, this is what we call as the ribbons. Okay, ribbons ni adalah yang atas ni. How many of you are using WPS? Can you raise up your hands? You boleh pakai icons yang dekat dalam ni. I just want to see how many of you are using WPS. So far tak ada yang angkat tangan. Okay, can you show your reaction by raising your hands? Ada tak yang dah pakai WPS and not using Microsoft Word? Oh. Ada 87033 you pakai WPS. Okay. For those using WPS, okay, because WPS dengan Microsoft Word is actually two competitors lah. Dua-dua tu competitors. So basically kalau laptop you memang dah ada Word, jangan install WPS. Okay, sebab dia akan corrupt one another. So komputer you akan jadi tak stable. Okay, it's good for you to uninstall one. Okay, and I would suggest you to use Microsoft for Microsoft lah. Microsoft punya ni. Okay, kenapa I suruh you pakai Microsoft? For those yang pakai pirate punya ke apa ke, please don't do that. Okay, sebabnya dalam you punya student account, okay, dalam you punya student, apa nama ni? Student email tu, you memang dapat 5 license for Microsoft Word. Okay, so siapa yang masih lagi tak tahu macam mana nak dapatkan license tu, okay, what you have to do is, you just have to go to your Microsoft 365. Okay, dekat sini, you can go to install and more. Okay, you pergi dekat dia punya home tadi kan, and then you can go to install and more. Here, you can install Microsoft 365. Okay, so you can just use your punya single ID, which is your punya metric number as well as your punya password lah. Alright, and then you can install the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all that is related to Microsoft lah. Okay, so this is an example. So install Office ataupun you nak view dulu. Okay, here, so you boleh tengok lah, you boleh download yang ni semua ni. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Notes, Access, okay, Publisher, Outlook, Skype, okay, and then OneDrive. Okay, so these are all the things that you can download. Contohnya macam ni, I ada 3 yang I dah pakai. So basically you can download up to 5. Okay, you can use the license up to 5 different devices. Kalau you pakai handphone, okay, mobile as well as tab, itu tak dikira pun dalam ni. Handphone dengan mobile, I rasa another 5 kalau tak silap I. Okay, app and devices. Okay, macam ni, you can install Office on up to 5 PC or Macs, 5 tablets and 5 smartphone. Okay, so komputer you boleh pakai 5 different license. Okay, you ada 5 komputer, pakailah ke 5 tu. And then you ada smartphone, you ada 2-3 smartphone, and then you can pakai you punya single ID tu untuk all this. Okay, so jangan tak pakai because rugi. Siapa yang masih pakai pirated one, you can just use this install Office. Siapa yang masih pakai WPS, you can uninstall your WPS and then boleh install Office. Okay, secara percuma lah. Because Unimas already pay for it. Okay, Unimas memang dah bayar untuk you, you tinggal pakai sahaja. So tolong jangan tak pakai. Alright. This is title. Okay, kat sini, this is your title of thesis. Please refrain yourself from using titles such as examining, okay, to examine, ada perkataan to lagi, to examine the relationship between whatever, to examine the role of apa. This is your title, it's not your objective. Okay, so bila you nak buat title of the thesis, you can straight away say the relationship between your IB and DV lah. Okay, and moderated by siapa? Ataupun the role of ni sebagai moderator. So basically, do not put to examine, to assess, to apa lagi? To investigate and all that dekat dalam title. Okay, so the title shouldn't have it. Shouldn't have those kind of verbs. Okay. Student's name, this is font size 12. Okay, it's still Times New Roman. I think for the whole paper, okay, of your thesis is all Times New Roman. So you have to follow that. Bachelor of, yang ni bergantung lah. You bachelor apa, jangan tak tukar pula. Kalau you marketing, then Bachelor of Business Management dalam kurung business BBA kan you all. Business Administration dalam kurungan marketing. Business Administration dalam kurungan Corporate Management. Okay. So, okay. So, thesis title, lagi sekali you ulang balik thesis kat atas ni. Janganlah tajuk dia berbeza-beza. Make sure thesis title dekat sini sama dengan thesis title kat sini. Okay, it have to be the same. And then, lagi sekali nama you, make sure tak ada ejaan yang salah. Okay, kena betul lah. Okay, yang ni jangan tukar. Okay, program ni kena tukar. You program apa? Okay, so make sure betul lah. Okay, program you. Kat sini yang banyak student akan buat silap, which is university ni dia tukar jadi University SITY. Tolong jangan tukar ya. Ataupun you tukar dia jadi Malaysian Sarawak Malaysian University. Tak ada. Tak wujud pun yang tu. University Malaysia Sarawak. SITI Malaysia Sarawak. Kenapa? Sebab ini adalah kata nama khas. It's a noun. You cannot change it. You cannot make it English. Okay, jangan nak Englishkan benda yang Melayu. Alright? So, basically, follow sahaja yang ni. Declaration, okay, yang ni sama sahaja. Make sure you letak you punya signature kat sini. Okay, student name, metric number, use. And then yang ni dah start dengan page number 1. Ada page nanti I akan acknowledge you punya family, you want to acknowledge your friends, you want to acknowledge your supervisor, you want to acknowledge the faculty as well as you. Okay, you boleh letak dekat acknowledgement. Jangan lebih daripada satu muka surat. Don't make it more than one page ya. Alright, abstract. Okay, this is a summary. Okay, this is a summary of this. So let's do one. Then chapter 1, 2 dan 3. Jangan tiba-tiba ada chapter 4, chapter 5. Yang tu nampak sangatlah you pergi ciplak daripada mana-mana. Okay, so basically it's supposed to cover up to chapter 1, 2 and 3 only because this is your FYP1. Alright, so abstract covers FYP1 and then it should consist of a brief introduction, problem statement. Janganlah letak panjang. Okay, just letak benda yang penting sahaja kat sini. Okay, and then make sure that you read as well. Result and general conclusion. Okay, sebab belum sampai sini lagi. Nanti bila you nak hantar FYP 2, you kena tambah baik you punya abstract, which is add on the result as well as the general conclusion. Alright, the abstract should be important, okay? And then it should be written in a single paragraph. Dia janganlah abstract ini tiba-tiba you ada 3, 4, 5 paragraph. Tak boleh. Semua tu dalam satu paragraph sahaja. Okay, and then the maximum page number is 2 pages. For undergraduate, I would suggest it's best for you to stick to 1 page only. Okay, 1 page saja dah cukup. Tak perlu sampai 2 page. Kalau you buat PhD, yes. Because you have quite a lot of IB and DV. So basically you have to cover each one of them. So that's why it will lead to 2 pages. Okay, and then the font type that you use here is Times New Roman and the font size is font number 12. Okay, double spacing with a maximum of 2 page long. Okay, kalau boleh jangan sampai 2 page lah. Okay, keywords of up to 5 words should be provided. Keywords lah, maksudnya apa you punya IB, apa you punya DB tu you boleh letak dekat dalam keyword ni. Up to 5. Okay. For a thesis written in English, translated version of the abstract in Malay should be provided. Okay, and if you write your thesis in Bahasa, then there should be an abstract in English lah. Okay, the translated version of the abstract should have this title. So, contohnya macam yang ni lah, you can letak tajuk dia and then abstract. Okay, dalam bahasa Melayu lah. Sure, your abstract dalam bahasa Inggeris dan abstract you dalam bahasa Melayu, dia consistent. Okay, so benda yang sama. And then dalam abstract, boleh ya, tak boleh ada station. Yeah, it's a brief overview of your research. Bukan your research, it's an overview of your research. See, there's here. Alright? That is the abstract. Boleh follow? Okay. Okay, forgive for a while. Yeah. Okay, sekejap ya. Macam mana nak keluarkan balik? Sekejap. Aku tak tahu mana tinggal lah ni. Okay. Kat mana kita tadi? Okay. Yang abstract tu. Okay. So, sampai dekat abstract ni. Okay. You punya abstract dalam bahasa Inggeris. Okay. You put it in English sebabnya you punya research pun dalam bahasa Inggeris. Tapi you kena ada translated version in bahasa Melayu. Alright. So dalam bahasa Melayu ni paling atas sekali dia kena ada tajuk kepada research you. Lepas tu you cakap pasal abstract lah. Abstract ni benda yang sama yang tulis dalam abstract. It have to be the same thing ah. And then you just translate lah. Okay, translate dia kepada bahasa Melayu. Dan you kena italickan dia. Okay, you have to italic the whole paragraph. Okay, talking about your abstract. Even kata kunci dan kesimpulan apa dia punya keywords pun mesti italic. Okay, so this one again it is Times New Roman, font size 12 yang sama ya. Okay, then only you can have your table of content. Dalam table of content sepatutnya ada declaration tadi page 1, acknowledgement page 2, abstract dalam bahasa Melayu, table of contents, okay, list of table. Actually yang ni dia kena yang ni sepatutnya dia apa nama tu? Italic. Figures, abbreviation, introduction. So, semua ni perlu ada page number. Then we start with chapter 1. Okay, list of table. Ni nanti semua yang akan ajar macam nak buat. Okay, so chapter 1. Dekat sini, okay, bila you nak buat you punya chapter 1 introduction ni, okay, you kena tengok dekat you punya formatting. Sebab tadi I bagi you the file, isn't it? So, dalam file tu, you just double click. Sorry, you double click ni, styles ni. Apa dia tak nak? I dah double click pun dia tak boleh. Okay. Tak apalah. I pun tak tahu kenapa dia tak nak. Okay, usually okay je. Alright. So basically you have to put it here. Yes, saya. Oh, you tak cakap buat tak share. Nak je tunjuk. Okay, share. Okay, nampak Okay, kita ulang balik semula. Okay, so basically, sorry, I pun tak perasan yang I tak share the screen anymore. Okay, as you can see, this is your abstract dalam bahasa Inggeris, and then this is your bahasa Melayu punya lah. So basically here is where you put your title. Okay, this is title. So jangan tukar lah. Contohnya kat sini, kalau you keluarkan style, okay, how to take your styles out, yang kat sini. Styles ni. Okay, once you already take this one out, okay, dia akan stay dekat sini. Okay, and then you boleh tengok, okay, kalau you besarkan dia punya box tu, okay, you akan dapat nampak all the different types of styles yang diguna pakai dalam you punya thesis. Okay, so jangan tukar-tukar yang okay, so tolong jangan tukar-tukar yang ni sebab nanti dia akan kacau lah. So yang ni adalah abstract dalam bahasa, this one is supposed to be abstract, and then ini adalah dia punya abstract in bahasa Melayu. Okay, so don't change lah, don't change this styles here. Okay, what I'm supposed to share with you is actually not this, sebab Dr. Fadila dia bagi dekat file FYP template.docx, patutnya dia dotx, okay, dots, sebab yang tu barulah template. Okay, yang ni ada dokumen sekali. Okay, apa lagi? Alright, semua ni perlu ada page number. Okay, jangan tak ada page number. Declaration page tadi kita dah tengok, acknowledgement dah tengok juga, abstract, table of contents, this is the page. You have to have a list of tables, list of figures, list of abbreviation that you use in your thesis. Okay, so semua tu perlulah. Okay, so list of tables kat sini. Yang ni pun adalah automated, you jangan tulis sendiri lah. Yang ni nanti ayah akan ajar macam mana you nak letak. Okay, yang ni pun sama juga, ayah akan ajar macam mana nak letak. Alright, chapter 1. Okay, so here chapter 1, we use heading 1 as chapter 1. So whenever you want to write, okay, use heading 1. Okay, you just go here and then you choose heading number 1. Okay, sebab dalam ni kita memang dah ada chapter. Okay, chapter 1 is heading 1. So kat sini dia akan terus buat lah, ada perkataan chapter. Contoh kalau I nak tukar yang ni jadi heading 1 tadi, okay, dia akan jadi chapter 2. Alright, so dia adalah heading 2 lah, introduction ni heading 2. So chapter 1, macam mana you can use this file, tapi kalau you dah terubah dia ke apa ke kan, don't worry, you can always adjust. Okay, so kat sini view, tolong adakan navigation pane ya. Yang ni, ini sangat penting untuk you ada supaya senang untuk you nak tahu you dekat mana. Alright, so always go to your view and then you tick on navigation pane so that you can see all the chapter you dengan sub your topic as well as your subtopics. Okay, in chapter 1 you should have a short introduction of your research. So chapter 1 ni selalunya, introduction tu you nak introduce apa? You are supposed to introduce the chapter actually. So the first thing first is that untuk chapter 1, okay, introduction for chapter 1 here would be, what is your research all about? Okay, research all about satu ayat sahaja, 1 hingga 2 ayat. Okay, why is it important? Okay, and then once you already said that, you bagi tahu what is the structure of this chapter? Okay, so contohnya, okay, you akan cakap lah, okay, this chapter will cover the problem statement, will uncover ataupun will provide a brief overview of the problem of the problems, okay, in this particular area of research, and then ataupun next it will look into the research questions, okay, and from these research questions we will develop the research objective. Contohlah, so basically introduction tu dia tak panjang pun, half a page dah cukup dah untuk research, untuk introduction 1.1. Okay, jangan terlampau panjang sangat. Okay, kalau you nak panjang-panjang, it is background of the study. Kalau you nak cakap pasal thesis you, dia punya variables and all that, you go to background of the study. Okay, so basically this part is only for you to introduce your research shortly, very brief, okay, and then it is also to introduce what is inside the chapter. You are providing the reader an overview of what is to be expected in this chapter. Okay, supaya senang lah, maknanya, oh okay, you ada cover ni, you ada cover ni. So basically it's easy for reader to read your thesis. Okay, so siapa reader you? You punya examiner lah. Okay, you punya supervisor dan juga examiner. Right. Background of the study, okay, you start you punya text here, everything should have, okay, macam ni kan, kita dah ada dah pun, after background of the study, kita memang dah ada dia punya spacing. Okay, spacing dia adalah a space after, apa nama ni, kita letak dia space after paragraph. Okay, so jangan remove lah. So dia memang akan jauh sikit. Okay, and then make sure that the indentation is correct. After you write you punya subtopic, dia terus ada indentation. Okay, daripada satu paragraf ke paragraf yang lain, tak payah letak space. Tak perlu. Okay, jangan letak space. Sebab kau tak ada jauh sangat. Sebabnya dia memang dah ada space after paragraph. Dia memang dah ada space kat sini. So jangan tekan enter, like, jangan dua kali lah. Okay. Background of the study, okay, so in what do you write in the background of the study? So you talk about the variables of your study lah, you punya independent variable, you punya dependent variable, so this is where you talk about your study, kenapa study ni penting and all that lah. Okay, so you discuss ataupun you introduce, okay, your topic. Alright, and then let's say that you want to go into the niche area. For example, you want to talk about organizational commitment. So organizational commitment as in general, you boleh letak dekat sini. Tapi bila you nak go to the subsection, so contohnya commitment in terms of ABC, effective commitment. So you can write in the subsection effective commitment. Then you talk about what is effective commitment. And then 1.2.2, you letak pasal behavioral commitment. And then you boleh letak kat sini lah. And then lastly 1.2.3, you letak cognitive commitment, for example. Okay, so that is how you write you punya subsection. Okay. Alright, and then if you need to insert table, okay, make sure that the chapter number is also included. So macam mana you nak letak table? Okay, senang saja. Okay, so contohnya before this table, I nak tambah lagi satu table lah. So I just insert table, okay, macam biasa. Alright, and then okay, dah letak table kat sini, then I boleh pilih lah mana-mana cara yang I nak. Okay, so this is a table that I want. Okay, and then what you have to do is so what you have to do is that you have to insert the title of the table. Macam mana nak insert title? You just have to go to this box, kecil box ni. Okay, ada box kecil ni kan? You right click it and then you go to insert caption. Right. So dekat dalam insert caption ni selalunya dekat dalam you punya Microsoft Word, dia akan ada label already, which is table as well as figure. Dia akan ada dua ni ataupun equation lah. Alright, so basically choose table lah because this is a table, so choose table. And then the position, mostly dalam mana-mana Microsoft Word, dia akan letak above selected item. Okay, for table, yes, you put at the upper part of the table. So it's above selected table. And then you go to numbering. Okay, and then you kata include chapter number. Make sure that you click on include chapter number. So dia akan follow you punya heading number 1. Okay, and then whether you want to use separator dia, dash ataupun titik. Okay, do you want the table to be table 1.1 or table 1-1? Okay, so terpulang pada you lah. So basically usually we gonna use, aku tak ingat, kalau ni kita guna point. Kita tak guna dash. So you have to change it. Okay, so kat sini balik semula, insert caption, table above selected item, and then you choose here include chapter number, and then use heading 1, okay, sebagai dia punya chapter number, and use separator period. Okay, so figure 1.1. Okay, right. And then you boleh letaklah tajuk dekat sini, dekat caption ni you letak tajuk. Table 1.1 is okay, background of cognitive development. Contohlah. Okay, so bila you dah letak kat sini, okay, and then you tekan okay. Alright, sepatutnya, okay, caption for table, okay, you kena tukar kat sini. This is caption for table. Okay, once you do that, dia akan terus tukar lah you punya formatting for that table. Okay, so table 1.1 background of cognitive commitment. Yang ni pula automatic dia akan tukar jadi table 1.2. Okay, so this is how you do it lah. Okay. Okay, yang ni kita dah cakap dah, table 1.2. Okay, patutnya macam ni kan. Kenapa dia ada 1.3, tiba-tiba dia 1.2 balik. So, this is a problem lah. Okay, bila macam ni, dia akan jadi masalah. Sepatutnya dia bukan 1. Dia tak sepatutnya jadi 1.2 kat sini. Dia patutnya 1.4. Okay, so 1.3. And then kat sini is for table. Okay, kenapa dia tak nak tukar? Okay, one of the reason that I can think of, okay, is because the person who did this, dia buat dia secara tak automatic lah. Dia tukar dari segi macam tu je. Dia tukar by the number. So when that happens, you kena terpaksa tukar dia secara manual. Sebab tadi table ni memang table 1.2, tapi I yang tambah satu table tadi kan, table 1.1 ni, causing the others to change. Okay, so table 1.3 betul dah, tapi yang ni tadi dia silap, table 1.2. So how are we going to settle this? Yang ni dia tak boleh lah secara dia tak boleh dah buat dia secara manual. Okay, dia kena secara automatic. Okay, so insert. Okay, it's supposed to be 1.3 patutnya. Okay, bila selected item. Okay, numbering. Okay, check number. Okay, 1.4 example. Okay. Okay lah. Kenapa dia ada kat bawah? Okay, tak apa. Alright. Kalau ikutkan, when you want to do a long table, okay, when you want to do a long table, sepatutnya, okay, this part yang dekat atas ni, dia kena follow dekat bawah. Okay, and very rarely that we use this type. Okay. Right. Kadang-kadang dia function, kadang-kadang tak function. Sekejap kita tengok dulu. Okay, row and column, repeat as a row on top of it. Which page? Okay. Okay. Mana dia? So let's just say that okay. It doesn't allow the table to break. Patutnya dia boleh allow lah. Sebab kat sini I dah allow row to break across page. Okay. Okay. Dia kata sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So susah juga nak cakap. Okay. Kita tengok apa yang dia buat. So sepatutnya lah dia punya topik atas ni dia akan follow dekat bawah. Tak apa. Yang ni dia depends on your word file. Okay. It may leads to problem. Kalau you punya word file tu sendiri dah tak berapa betul lah. Okay. But this one is not my file. Okay, I take it from someone else. So basically kadang-kadang formatting yang diorang dah buat is different. Causing it to create problem lah bila you nak buat formatting. That's why I like to start fresh. Kalau I buat kerja tu apa kan, I can start fresh lah. Alright. If you need to insert figures in any part of the thesis, number the figure. Okay, figure. Bila you nak masukkan apa-apa figure, you boleh masukkan. Okay, so kalau kita nak buat sama juga, tadi table kita letak dia above the table kan. So yang ni insert caption juga, tapi you choose figure and then straight away it says below selected item. Okay, so once it's already below the selected item, goes to numbering and then include chapter number. And then kita pakai titik bukannya hyphen. Then kita tekan okay. So you can do example of figure. And then you tekan okay je lah. Then it comes out here. Okay. So kat sini kita boleh pilih. Make sure that you choose the caption for table. Kenapa kena pilih caption for table ni? Sebabnya bila you nak create list of tables, dia keluar. Okay. Kalau you tak buat macam tu, nanti dia tak nak keluar. Okay, problem statement. Okay, how do you create your punya problem statement? What do you write in your problem statement? Ada student dia tak tahu apa benda yang dia nak kena tulis dalam problem statement. Okay, so look at your title. Okay, when you want to write your problem statement, what you have to do is look at the title, look at your variables. Everything that is covered, okay, in your title, ataupun every variables that is covered inside your thesis, you kena ada dalam, benda tu kena ada dalam you punya problem statement. You have to inform the reader why you have this variables. Okay, contohnya you ada tadi, I kata pasal commitment tu kan. So you talk about organizational commitment. So why is organizational commitment is something that's important for you to do research on? So there must be a problem. That's why you nak buat research. Research is actually to solve a problem. Okay, kenapa you nak buat research? Sebab you nak solve problem. Okay, so sometimes student dia tak faham kenapa nak kena buat research. Most of you will answer because it's part of your degree. Tak boleh lah macam tu. Okay, as a student, okay, so basically you have to understand why you're doing a research. Kenapa you nak buat is because you want to solve problem. Okay, so what is the problem? You have to put the problem statement lah. Apa problem yang you nampak? Contohnya, you want to understand why people don't want to stay in one company. Contoh lah, for example, it's like people nowadays, okay, kalau dulu the generation baby boomers, generation X, okay, we are very loyal to our organization. Once kita dah kerja kat situ, kita akan kerja dekat situ sahaja. Daripada mula kita kerja sampai lah mati. Dia macam tu lah, sampai kita pencen lah, tak adalah mati. Okay, sampai pencen. Alright, why? It's because of our generation, we're very loyal to the organization, and the organization actually is very secure. okay, for the workers, okay, for the employees. They are very secure. Tapi bila datangnya generation Z, okay, where if they don't like the way how the leader ataupun how the supervisor is telling them how to do things, they simply move to another company. They simply jump from one company to the other, jumping from one company to the other. Okay, so basically the turnover rate is quite high. Then you want to know why. Is it only because of generational, because of other things? Okay, so that's why you want to learn. That's why you want to do the research, okay, on turnover intention. Turnover intention tu maksudnya orang tu nak, kenapa dia nak berhenti lah. Okay, so once you already found what is, there is a problem. Okay, when you see that there is a problem, that's when you learn to do the research, and then you go into in-depth lah. What might be the factors that can lead to turnover intention contohnya. So tadi you cakap pasal age, and then mungkin you nak cakap pasal the environment itself, the HR, okay, HRD, Human Resource Development, okay, maybe kurangnya in terms of training and development, promotion wise, ataupun gaji yang kecil ke apa, tak kisahlah. Okay, whatever it is, motivation, okay, whatever it is, put it inside your problem statement. This is what force you to do this research. Okay, problem statement is very important. Ada student dia tak rasa problem statement tu penting, and then very short problem statement, that's not enough. Okay, so problem statement at least lah 1 to 2 pages. Okay, that touch on every variables that you have. What are the issue in that variable, and why are you looking at that variable? Okay, so let's say that you kata one of the factors is about the generational gap. Okay, so what are the different types of generations available, and then why are you looking into generational gap? Okay, so that can be the issue. So problem statement is all about your issue. Right after problem statement, sepatutnya kat sini dia ada difference. Some lecturer, dia akan daripada problem statement straight away to objective of the study. They forgot to add, okay, yang ni sangat penting juga bagi I, okay, you have to have research questions. Okay, research question ni daripada datang daripada mana pula? Okay, so research questions datang dari mana-mana? It comes from the problem statement. From the problem statement, you will start to wonder, why did this happen? Okay, is there any relationship between this variable with that other variable? Because you already talked about it. Okay, you need to ask that question in order for you to come up with an objective. Your objective is to actually answer your research question. So research questions, research objective, dia kena selari. It should be aligned. Okay, so contoh ayat untuk research question is, for example, the dia cakap pasal effective commitment. Okay, that's another one. Leads to influence, okay, turnover intention. Okay, so does effective commitment influence turnover intention among siapa? Amongst employees in the this is where you can choose whether you want to focus on an industry ataupun you want to choose whether you want to focus on sector, public sector ke, government sector, public sector ataupun private sector, okay, ataupun you nak tengok pada industry itself. For example, you want to look into manufacturing industry sahaja, or you want to look into hospitality industry sahaja. Okay, so it depends on you. Alright, so try to make your research as focused as possible. Okay, so does effective commitment influence turnover intention amongst employees in the hospitality industry? Contohlah, the industry. Okay, so this is, okay, kat sini you boleh letak dia macam ni. Okay, so in terms of research question pun, you kena ada main research question. Dia dah start dah. Okay, restart that one. Okay, so dia akan kacau dekat atas ni lah. I'm not so sure because this template comes from a different person. So basically bila I tukar something, dia akan affect the whole paper. Patutnya tak jadi macam tu lah. Alright, so research questions, you have to have main research question. So kat sini dia bukannya soalan, dia belum lagi jadi number bullet. Okay, dia belum lagi jadi bullet. So you have to explain a little bit lah. Okay, you boleh cakap, okay, based on the problem statement, okay, discuss, okay, above, okay, the following research questions or the following research arise. The main research question that this thesis aims to answer is whether or not, okay, whether or not organizational commitment, okay, influence turnover intention. Alright, so this is how you can actually write your research questions lah. Okay, so based on the problem statement discussed above, the following research questions raised. The following research questions are raised. Okay, so the main research question that this thesis aims to answer is whether or not organization commitment influence turnover intention. Ni contoh ha. So kenapa I pilih organization commitment? Because this is the main part of your this is the main variable. Okay, and then under organizational commitment, kita ada affective commitment, kita ada behavioral commitment, kita ada cognitive commitment. Okay, so daripada situ, you boleh pecahkan lah. Does affective commitment influence turnover intention? And then you boleh create another one. Sekejap, I restart that one here. Okay, and then you ada 3. This is what we call a specific question, research question. Okay, so affective, behavioral, and in some theory dia kata normative ataupun cognitive. So pulang lah based on you punya apa you punya theory yang you pakai. Alright, so this is an example. So after you have all this research question, barulah you pergi kepada you punya research objective. Okay, so apa dekat dalam research objective pula? Sama juga dengan apa yang ada dekat dalam research question. Okay, so jangan buat dia berbeza. When you make it different, that's where you go wrong. Okay, so copy balik yang ni, letak pula dia kat sini. Okay, so based on the problem statement, blah 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 kat sini kan. Sekejap, saya nak letak dia apa nama ni? Start that one. Kenapa lah sekejap ni punya paper ni jadi tak betul lah. I pun dah tak tahu. Okay, so based on the problem statement, tak adalah, based on the research questions. Based on the research questions, okay, above, alright, the following research objective, okay, are developed. So tukarlah ayat ni sikit, dia tak sama. Okay, the main research objective. Okay, the main research objective. Tadi research question of course ada dalam bentuk soalan. Kalau dalam bentuk soalan, apa you kena buat? Make sure dia adalah soalan lah. Ada question mark. Okay, so jangan tak ada question mark pula because it's a question. Astaghfirullahaladzim, marah tu dengan template yang macam ni. Dia macam okay lah, your main research objective is that this aims to achieve, okay, is to examine the influence of, kita tukar je ayat dia tapi benda yang sama, okay, towards turnover intention. Simple je kan? So the main research objective that this is aim to achieve is to examine the influence of organisation commitments towards turnover intention. Tadi soalan, sekarang dah jadi objektif. So kalau macam ni nak tukar yang ni, senang saja. Okay, to assess ataupun to examine ataupun to apa lagi? To measure. Terpulang pada you nak tukar apa? Okay, malas nak fikir panjang, so kita pakai to examine je. Okay, to examine the influence. Okay, ambil je ayat di atas itu, the influence of effective commitments towards turnover intention. Dia macam tu. Okay, it's quite easy, isn't it? Banyak student yang part ni dia salah. Kenapa dia salah? Mungkin sebab ada orang bagi tahu macam mana nak buat. Okay, ataupun you are not sure on how to do it. So this is how you can do it. This is the simplest way and how you can do it. Okay, kalau katakan lecturer you dia nak lain daripada yang ni, ikutlah apa yang dia kata. Okay, tapi macam bagi I, inilah yang paling senang untuk you nak buat. Okay, okay, dah. Now, significance of the study. Significance is why do you have to do this research? Apa dia punya contribution lah. Kalau you buat research ni, what is the contribution? So, if you look for the commitment of a person, you will be able to help companies to reduce turnover intention. So the significance is that ability to reduce turnover intention. So whatever yang you nak letak dalam significance of your study, it should cover lah your objective. Okay, so kalau your objective you adalah untuk tengok sama ada effective commitments ni akan influence turnover intention atau tidak, then your significance of study, it should talk about that as well. Okay. Scope of the study. Scope of the study ni maksudnya siapa yang punya your research scope tu macam mana. Okay, satu is the variables yang you tengok. Okay, so your research scope you only gonna look into commitment, organizational commitment sahaja. You tak tengok benda lain. Okay, sebab of course lah, even though there is organizational commitment, there are other things that might lead to turnover intention. Bukan sahaja commitment. So contohnya, macam bila orang tu kerja, it's not only about their commitment towards their work. Sometimes they are also influenced by motivation. They are also influenced by family members. There's so many different things that can influence a person. And kalau you nak cover semua dalam thesis, memang tak dapat. Okay, so that is why we have scope of study. Kita memberitahu kepada reader tu, kenapa research kita hanya fokus kepada organizational commitment sahaja. There are many other factors, but we only focus on this. Supaya this scope of the study ni lebih kurang macam you nak tulis limitation of study lah. Okay, so the scope of your study is you're going to look into organizational commitment sahaja. Okay, and then you're also going to look into employees dalam certain industry sahaja. Okay, so straight away bagi tahu your scope of study tu. Sebabnya kalau you nak kata, okay, because commitment in the hospitality industry and commitment in the kat mana lagi? Commitment dekat manufacturing industry for example is different. Okay, maybe the commitment yang kat sini apa nama ni, for example kalau macam hospitality industry, maybe they are more towards affection towards their work. Maknanya dia memang sangat suka dengan bekerja macam tu. Tapi kalau manufacturing industry pula, maybe dia lebih kepada kognitif. Okay, dia lebih kepada, okay, this is the work that I know how to do, this is the skills that I have and all that kan. Sebab dia very technical and all that. So, jawapan untuk orang yang daripada manufacturing industry dan juga jawapan orang yang daripada service industry, it will be different. Okay, so you might get different results. That is why you have your scope of study. You are saying that my research only generalize people that is within this industry sahaja. Okay, sebab kalau you tak letak macam tu, nanti orang kata, okay, kenapa pula result you dapat macam ni sedangkan orang lain dapat macam ni. Okay, so this is how you can justify lah, okay, kenapa result boleh jadi berbeza. Alright, so that is the scope of the study. You can also put in definition of terms dekat dalam chapter 1. Okay, so macam ni dia tak ada definition of terms, but actually you can put definition of terms. Apa maksud definition of terms? Before your chapter summary, you can put in definition of terms. Kat sini, you listkan all your variables dan apa maksud variable tu, the definition of that variable based on your research context. Okay, so yang tu contohnya lah, kalau you nak buat on sustainability, okay, sustainability ni, maksud sustainability tu sendiri is very wide. Okay, sangat luas dan sangat berbeza. Okay, ada yang cakap pasal sustainability, it covers the 4 area which are environmental, okay, social, economics, and then the marketplace itself. Okay, so you talk about this one. Ada juga yang cakap pasal sustainability is only about sustaining in the industry. Contohnya, the ability of the company to operate, okay, for how many years? Tu dia kata sebagai sustainability. So, dalam definition of terms, you define what does your variable mean based on your research context. Okay, so supaya orang yang baca tu dia faham dan dia tak salah faham. Okay. Chapter summary, then you have your summary lah. Okay, so this chapter dia dah cover apa. Okay, so basically kan, apa yang I selalu buat adalah you pergi balik dekat introduction you, copy paste the introduction, masuk dekat chapter summary and edit. Okay, sebab summary patutnya highlight lah. Okay, so tadi you dah introduce you punya side introduction, you introduce what you're going to do. So in chapter summary, you summarize what you have done. So that's why copy paste balik introduction, pergi ke chapter summary and then you edit. Okay, that is the easiest way to write chapter summary. Next, we go to literature review. Okay. So bila you nak tulis literature review, I rasa there will be an FYP punya topic on literature review. So I will not touch so much on this one. Okay. Patutnya I cuma cover on formatting sahaja. Dah merepek pergi ke tempat lain sebenarnya. Tapi I hope that it helps. Okay, I do hope that whatever that you learn from me will help you how to write later. Okay. Siapa yang ajar dia ni buat pakai enter ni. Okay, tolong jangan tekan enter banyak-banyak, especially kalau you dah habis tulis, tolong jangan tekan enter ya sayang. Okay, you go to layout, you go to break, and then you go to page. Okay, nanti dia akan bawa kepada page yang baru. Okay, so tak payah tekan enter banyak kali. Kenapa kalau you tekan enter banyak kali, in case you ada tambah apa-apa dekat atas ni, dia akan tolak you punya page yang bawah tu. Bila dia tolak page yang bawah tu, dah tak sama dah lah. Dia punya apa namanya, paging dia semua dah lari, chapter ni akan jadi kat tengah ke kat mana ke, tak boleh. Okay, so basically always use page break. Jangan letak dia sebagai enter untuk pergi ke break page lagi satu. Okay, kalau tak faham juga, I tunjuk lagi sekali. Contohnya chapter sama, okay, kat sini. Okay, you punya chapter 2. So it's not, chapter 2 is supposed to be in a new page. You tak boleh letak chapter you dekat sini. So apa yang you buat adalah, okay, jangan letak enter sebab some student they like to do that. Dia akan tekan enter banyak kali ataupun dia akan betul lah, dia tekan enter banyak kali je lah. Okay, so jangan buat macam tu. You go up here, you go to layout, you go to break, you pergi ke page. Dia akan bawa chapter 2 you dekat page yang baru. Okay, literature review. Okay, let's say that any of you dah terganggu yang ni kan. So kalau ketika you tekan enter, okay, kalau you perasan dia akan jadi chapter 3 kat sini. Kalau ketika you nak letak literature review ke bawah kan, lepas tu you tekan enter, dia memang tak dapat lah. Okay, siapa-siapa yang buka this particular document, senang untuk you try lah. Okay, so you delete, chapter 2 ni ternaik ke atas, and then you nak betulkan tak dapat. Okay, bila you tekan enter, dia terus kacau dekat sini. Okay, kalau you delete pun, dia akan jadi chapter 2, and then dekat tepi ni, dia akan jadi chapter 2, and then literature review lain-lain. Okay, so macam mana nak buat dia jadi satu sentence balik semula, tapi dia dekat bawah. You tekan shift, you tekan enter. Barulah dekat sini akan jadi chapter 2 literature review. Okay, kenapa benda tu penting? Okay, I tunjuk kenapa benda tu penting. let's first say you tak buat macam tu, dia akan jadi chapter 3 and then you delete je chapter 3 ni, lepas tu you pergi ke tengah dengan dia. Contoh. Okay, sebab you tak reti macam mana nak buat. Okay, just because you don't know how to do it, okay, it will affect you punya table of content nanti. Macam mana dia affect? Update field, okay, update entire table. Okay, contohlah dekat chapter 1 dah okay dah. Chapter 2 dia review kat belah bawah. Okay, so dia tak elok lah. Okay, salah dah kat situ. So what you can do is, okay, let's say that you have this, this happens, okay, let's say lah benda ni berlaku, you terganggu dia ke apa, lepas tu you dah panic, you tak tahu nak buat apa kan. Okay, so apa yang you perlu buat adalah, okay, so contohnya kat sini you ada chapter 2, okay. Okay, so you nak patah balik ke atas ni, you tekan shift, you tekan enter. Dan dia akan jadi, dia masih lagi dalam satu line yang sama. Chapter 2, literature review. Okay. So once you already finish you punya, once you dah ada chapter 2, literature review ni, tu dah betul lah. Okay, 2.1 macam biasa, macam tadi you introduce the chapter. Bukannya you talk about you punya variable terus. You introduce the chapter. Apa yang di expect dalam chapter ni? Okay, the first thing that you expect will be the theoretical reviews. Okay, so tolong jangan letak tajuk dia macam ni lah. Okay, so apa teori yang you nak tengok? Okay, theoretical reviews on what? Okay, so contohnya organizational commitment tadi. Okay, review of theories in regards to organizational commitment ataupun organizational commitment theories. Okay, so barulah you talk about all the theories that related to organizational commitment. Okay, ataupun turnover index, ataupun you boleh letak kat sini underlying theories. Okay, lepas tu you can talk a little bit about what is covered, okay, in this theory punya part. So first part of okay, the first part of this section will cover on organizational commitment theories ataupun theories that is related to organizational commitment, and later followed by theories that is related to organizational turnover intention. Contoh lah. Okay, so you talk a little bit about what you're going to write. Okay, and then once you already write that, barulah you start dengan dia punya teori itu sendiri. So organizational commitment theories. Apa teori-teori yang ada dalam organizational commitment. And then you talk about turnover intention theory. Then you tulislah apa lagi, apa-apa yang ada berkaitan dengan turnover intention. Okay, and then you can highlight the research gap. Okay, this is where different school of thought, lagi sekalian, different school of thought cara dia tulis adalah berbeza. Okay, so kalau untuk student corporate management dan juga marketing, usually research gaps ni berada dekat you punya chapter 1, dekat you punya problem statement tu. Okay, sebab kat situ lah gaps dia yang menyebabkan you nak buat research ni. Okay, so kalau research gaps ni pula dia ada macam-macam jenis gap. Okay, dia ada apa nama ni, theoretical gap. Okay, theoretical gap maknanya you nak test lah teori tu apa nama ni, masih valid ataupun tidak dalam zaman sekarang ni, ataupun adakah teori ni boleh digunakan dalam situasi ini, contohlah. Okay, so that is the theoretical gap. Okay, ataupun you ada knowledge gap, so ataupun you ada situational gaps. Okay, sama ada situasi yang zaman sekarang ni dengan dulu, adakah dia ada perbezaan dari segi dia punya findings. Okay, so that's why you want to test. Alright, so research gap ni kalau untuk marketing dan juga management usually will put inside chapter 1. Okay, tak apa, kita terus letak dekat dalam research problem statement. Okay, tapi dekat dalam ni, kalau macam you nampak ni kan, they don't have the hypothesis development. Sebab apa? Sebab this particular FYP punya template ni adalah untuk student economy. Student economy, dia punya conceptual framework, okay, dia punya hypothesis is all in chapter 3. Tapi kalau untuk student corporate management, marketing, okay, you punya statement of hypothesis dan juga conceptual framework adalah dekat dalam chapter 2. Okay, so kat sini you dah cakap pasal teori, isn't it? You already talk about all the theories and then you start talking about the literature review. Okay, so bila kita kata pasal literature review, maksudnya kita provide critical literature review. Jangan hanya copy-paste daripada journal, lepas tu you paraphrase. Tu tak cukup. Bila you nak buat review, you have to have the main review. Apa yang you nak cakap? What is your main point? And then you kena bagi, okay, this is cited daripada mana. At least give 3 to 4 different citation yang mengatakan benda yang sama. Once you already have that, then only you come up with your own sentence saying that based on what all this researcher dah cakap, okay, it is evident that apa. So maknanya you buat your own critical review lah of what people have said. Okay, so copy paste tak ada masalah. Tapi masalahnya adalah you kena critically analyze what has been said. Okay, so you kena pandai lah. You nak copy paste tu, you kena clusterkan apa yang you dah copy tu dalam cluster yang sama. If they are saying the same thing, then you can put it in the same area. Okay, in the same paragraph. So basically, rather than research gap kan, kita boleh letak kat sini hypothesis development. Okay, ataupun development of hypothesis. Boleh lah, hypothesis development boleh, development of hypothesis pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat hypothesis development ni? Kita tengok balik semula kepada kita punya IV dan juga DV tadi, independent variable dan juga dependent variable. So contohnya tadi you ada cakap pasal organizational commitment, OC, and turnover intention. Okay, turnover intention. Okay, so talk about this. Okay, apa research yang dah buat on organization commitment and turnover intention. Okay, so apa yang you perlu tengok adalah you tengok pada journal. Okay, and then you cari dalam findings. Ni yang paling penting ni. You tengok finding je lah. Cara macam mana nak buat benda ni dengan cepat adalah, okay, this is for your own lah. Tapi kalau you nak letak kat dalam you punya literature review pun tak ada masalah pun. Okay, bagi I, benda tu membantu. Kalau you rasa you malas nak buat, tu terpulang pada you lah. Okay, so apa yang you kena buat? Okay, kat sini lay up. Sekejap. And then sekejap. So kat sini orientation, and then scale, jadi section number 3. Okay, yang ni sekejap. Okay, kalau you nak buat dia punya paper teach tu, hanya ini bahagian ni sahaja yang terbaring, yang lain tak, terpelan sikit lah orang kata kan. Okay, kalau katakan you nak yang di landscape, what you have to do is make sure that they are in a different section. There's a difference between page break dengan next page. Page break ni dia punya section masih sama, next page adalah different section. Once you have a different sections, kalau you perasan lah, you double click kat sini, dia akan letak sini section number 5. Yang atas ni 4, bawah dia adalah 6. Okay, tapi kalau you perasan, carry on semua 6 saja sebab dia orang dalam section yang sama. Ini sahaja yang tak section sama. Sebab I letak dia sebagai page break. Okay, next section, next page. Okay, yang ni lah. I letak dia sebagai next page, maksudnya dia different section. Kenapa you nak buat macam tu? Supaya memudahkan you kalau you nak tukar dia punya orientation. So, hanya ini je yang akan berubah. Yang lain tak akan berubah. Okay, so apa yang I nak buat kat sini adalah summary of literature. Okay, so apa yang perlu ada kat sini? Of course lah, you punya author. Okay, author dengan year. Okay, next you should have dia punya title. Okay, and then you should have dia punya IV, DV. Okay, moderator. mediator. Kalau dia ada moderator, masukkan dia punya moderator. Kalau dia ada mediator, masukkan mediator dia. Listkan sahaja, tak perlu nak ni sangat. Finding. Okay, findings, and then you boleh letak kat sini, kalau sebelum findings ni you boleh letak method pun boleh. Okay, method and then finding. Okay, and then kat sini note for yourself lah, atau pulanglah pada you kalau you nak ada atau tidak. Okay, so bila you dah download journals banyak-banyak tu kan, okay, so you look at your ability untuk digest those journals. Okay, macam mana you nak summarizekan those journals? Apa yang penting daripada journal tu? Apa yang penting adalah you tengok dekat bahagian dia punya abstract dan juga dia punya findings kat belakang. Ataupun dia punya abstract sahaja pun kadang-kadang dah cukup dah untuk bagi tahu you apa findings dan apa method dia. Okay, so author dia siapa? Title of the journal apa? Okay, apa IV dia? You list down lah, IV, DV, moderator, mediator, if any. Okay, and then method yang dipakai, adakah dia gunakan regression, correlation. Okay, straight away lah bagi tahu apa analisis yang dia buat. Okay, dia use, okay, untuk test hypothesis 1, dia gunakan apa regression atau regression and correlation. Then write it down. It will make your life easier bila you nak buat chapter 3 nanti. Okay, as well as chapter 4 nanti. Okay, findings, apa yang dia jumpa. For example, IV and DV ada positive and highly significant. And then you letak kat sini. Okay, so kenapa benda tu penting? Bila you buat table yang ni, bila you nak buat findings later, and then you found that, okay, you punya result ni highly positively significant. Example lah. So, you pergi balik dekat summary of literature you cari jurnal-jurnal yang mengatakan dia positively significant. So, you boleh cari you boleh highlight those research, okay, yang mana yang cakap highly significant tadi tu kan. Contohnya you ada 20 lah literature dalam ni, and then 10 daripada tu kata highly significant. Then you boleh pergi dekat you punya findings discussion, kan, it's findings and discussion, right? So your findings shows is positive significant, then in terms of discussion you boleh discuss terus. Okay, this is in line with research that has been done by siapa, you boleh listkan, okay, that shows there is a highly significant a positively significant relationship between A and B. Dia macam tu lah. Alright, so it makes it easier. Okay, sebabnya you dah ada this summary of literature, which is a summary of all the thesis pula, all the journal that you have read. So it makes your life easier. It also makes the life of the reader easier as well. Okay, note ni for yourself lah. Kalau dalam thesis you, sila jangan letakkan note ni. Okay, you boleh buang ni sebelum hantar. Okay, note ni selalunya I akan letak untuk macam contohnya this is research is done in Malaysia ke, which context is this. Kalau you nak letak, kalau you tak nak, tak payah. Okay, so alright, summary of literature, it's good for you to have it. Kalau you tak ada, tak salah. Okay, kalau you tak ada benda ni tak salah, cumanya lambatlah you nak buat kerja. Okay, kenapa? Sebab untuk method pun you perlukan this. For example, why do you choose this certain method? Kenapa you nak tengok regression and correlation? Okay, so you boleh cari balik jurnal-jurnal yang menggunakan correlation and regression that based on your punya summary tadi kan. You cari balik, and then you boleh kata, okay, you boleh tengok balik dekat dia punya method part. Okay, you dah highlight mana yang pakai benda method you nak guna tadi tu. Tengok pula dia punya research method part. Okay, and then you boleh tengok ayat apa yang dia tulis, macam kenapa dia pilih benda tu, and then you can combine all those ideas and write your own. Okay, you can write your own research methodology part. Okay, based on previous punya researcher yang previous researcher punya method. Okay, so tadi kita kat mana? Hypothesis development. Okay, ni belum settle lagi hypothesis development ni. Okay, based on the hypothesis, untuk hypothesis development, okay, ini pun sangat penting untuk hypothesis development. Kenapa? Sebab findings part. Okay, why is it important? For you to come up with hypothesis, you tak boleh simply kata, oh, A ada positive relationship dengan B. How do you know? Okay, how did you come out with that hypothesis? You kena bagi tahulah. According to A, B, C and D, okay, there is a positive significant relationship between effective commitment and turnover intention. However, according to D, E, F, G, H, okay, they found that there is no significant relationship between the two variables. That is why you want to do this research. You want to test whether or not betul tak boleh dapat significant relationship or there is no relationship at all. Okay, so basically that's why you should have this hypothesis development tu, dia kena ada yang positive, you kena ada yang negative, okay, from other researchers, or you can show those that doesn't show any significant relationship. Semua boleh masuk dekat dalam hypothesis development ni. Jangan hanya tunjuk satu side sahaja. Okay, don't just focus on the positive part because you want it to be positive. Tak boleh. Okay, you have to be honest with your literature. You have to be honest with your thesis. Okay, so basically write down whatever that you found, you write down. Okay, and then you can justify later. Okay, hypothesis development, berapa panjang sepatutnya hypothesis development? For each of your hypothesis, okay, contohnya tadi kita dah ada mana tadi objective of the study kan? Berapa banyak hypothesis yang you kena ada bergantung kepada berapa banyak objektif yang you ada. Okay, hypothesis development. So contohnya kat sini you ada, okay, you ada berapa banyak hypothesis ni. Okay, to examine influence of affective component to sustainable intention. So you dah cakap-cakap bla bla yada on OC and TI, and then you dah ada you punya table tadi kan. So the first sub would be 2.4.1. Okay, you tengok effective commitment. Okay, and turnover intention. Okay, inilah tajuk dia. Okay, so this is your tajuk for hypothesis development. Effective commitment and turnover intention. Look at your IV and DV lah. Okay, effective commitment and turnover intention. So what do you have here? You talk about it. Okay, you talk about all the research yang menunjukkan dia ada positive positive significant relationship. Okay, yang ni you kena cover. Okay, significant relationship. Okay, ataupun you talk about the negative, okay, significant relationship, ataupun you cakap on no significant relationship. Okay, so once you already talk about significant relationship, you bagilah berapa banyak journal yang cover on that. Okay, I would suggest you to find at least 5 to 10 different journals, sama juga dengan yang ni, 5 to 10 kalau you dapat. Kalau tak dapat, 5 is enough as well. So terpulang pada you lah berapa banyak journal yang you boleh jumpa that talks about this. Okay, effective commitment and turnover intention. Okay, so once you already have that, that is already one page dah. Okay, towards the end of this particular subsection, you should write hence, okay, ataupun ayat lain pun boleh lah, tak adalah, kena follow sendiri-sendiri. Okay, hence the following hypothesis is developed. Okay, is developed. So apa yang punya hypothesis 1? Hypothesis 1. Okay, there is a positively significant relationship between effective commitment, okay, and turnover intention. Alright, so far boleh faham tak? So far boleh follow? Boleh. Okay. Sekejap lah. Okay. Alright. Boleh follow lah. Tak ada masalah, okay? Alright. So this is how you can write you punya hypothesis development. Quite easy, isn't it? Dia masalah dia bila student tak tahu macam nak buat. Sebabnya one of the reason is because maybe you read different types of journals, causing you to have a different way of writing. Tak salah pun, cuma dekat universiti ni ataupun our school of thought, usually it is like this. So I bagi tahu you apa yang berlaku, apa yang normal, okay? Yang normally this is the way how we write. Tapi different program, macam saya kata tadi different program, different cara. Okay, this is usually for corporate management. punya study. Marketing more or less the same. Sebab I bukan my area is not in marketing, but usually it's more or less the same. Okay, sebabnya kita guna questionnaire. Okay, so basically hypothesis development dia lebih kurang macam ni. Okay, you kena cakap pasal positif, you kena cakap pasal negatif, you kena cakap pasal the no significant relationship. In case you dah cari tapi you tak jumpa mana-mana journal yang cakap pasal negatif significant relationship, you tak jumpa mana-mana journal yang kata no significant relationship. Don't worry. Then you say hence sama juga. Okay, the following hypothesis is strongly developed, which is there is a positively significant relationship between this and that. Okay. And then the next one macam biasa macam tadi lah, behavior, commitment and turnover intention. Apa ni? Okay, and turnover intention. Okay, so tu cara dia lah. Then talk about the positive, negative. Ni sama juga. Okay. So hypothesis 1, 2 and 3 you sama je macam you punya objektif, sama balik semula macam you punya research question. It all have to be the same. Dia tak boleh lain-lain. Dia tak boleh lain-lain. Tiba-tiba you cakap pasal benda lain. Tak boleh. Dia kena sama. Okay. So yang ni behavioral. Behavioral. Okay. So these are the contoh. And then barulah you buat kenapa kita tak nak ni? Okay. Conceptual framework. So you boleh letak kat sini conceptual framework. Okay. Conceptual framework ni adalah you punya topik yang baru lagi. Okay, salah. 2.5 conceptual framework daripada yang apa yang you dah nampak kat sini, you punya hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3. Okay, barulah you create you punya conceptual framework. Okay, mana dia? Sayang. Sekejap ya. Okay, so this is contoh. Okay, ni contoh lah. Okay, so independent variable you apa? So kat sini contohnya you ada organizational commitment. Okay, commitment. Bilang pula dia. Organizational commitment. Kat sini dependent variable dia adalah turnover intention. Turnover intention. Alright. So you ada 3 jenis je tadi. Okay, you ada affective. You ada apa tadi? Behavioral ataupun normative. And then you ada cognitive. Okay. So yang ni tak ada. Tak ada. Buang je lah. Okay, tak ada masalah kat situ. Alright. So you ada hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3. Siap dah you punya conceptual framework. Okay. So yang ni kalau you nak naikkan ke atas, naikkan lah. Ya, dia sama kan. Barulah cantik. Alright. So this is how you can come up with your punya hypothesis development. Okay. Next. Apa lagi yang berubah? Okay, this is one of the way that you can write it lah. Okay, tapi in case lah, andai kata you punya moderator or mediator. I'm not sure whether ada orang akan touch on mediator ataupun moderator later. Okay, tapi again, it depends on the school of thoughts. Okay, maksudnya dia bergantung pada you punya supervisor sebenarnya. Supervisor you daripada sekolah mana, dia punya cara berbeza. Okay, so there is no one way yang kita boleh buat research. Ada banyak cara macam mana nak buat research. So what I'm showing to you is how I do research. Okay. Yang ni hanya untuk what do you call it? Untuk pemahaman yang paling mudah. Okay. So ini adalah untuk you faham konsep mediator dan moderator. Okay. Fahamkan konsep mediator, moderator. Okay. Okay. Dan kita ada sini. Okay. Alright. So, kat sini A. Saya sikit ya. Okay. Lagi hilang mana ni? Okay. 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 Nak dia besar terus. Aduh. Okay. Sabar sekejap. Because I need to show you how to do this. Nanti. Inilah. Okay. C. Okay. Apa beza moderator dan mediator? You pernah dengar tak perkataan moderator, mediator? Pernah dengar? Tak pernah dengar? Kenapa kelas ni senyap sangat? Okay. You all boleh pernah Okay, you can unmute yourself. Aina senang sikit untuk you nak bercakap dengan I. Tak faham apa-apa, tanya. Diam maksudnya faham. Kalau tak faham, kena tanya. Kalau you diam je, maksudnya you faham. So, I tak adalah nak explain lebih-lebih. Okay? Tanya, okay? Tanya. Jangan diam saja. Okay. Alright. Ini adalah gambar untuk apa? Do you think that this is a mediator or moderator? Kalau macam ni bentuk dia. Do you think that this is a mediator or moderator? Cepat.
Mediator, Doktor.
Mediator. Very good. Okay, so kalau macam ni bentuk dia, this is what we call as mediator. Okay, macam mana you nak faham mediator ni? Kenapa you pakai mediator? Kenapa bukan moderator? Moderator dia tak boleh pakai line macam ni ya. Dia kena pakai line titik-titik tu. Dia ada beza. Line titik-titik, line tak titik-titik pun ada beza. So, you jangan salah. Okay, jom kita besarkan sikit dia punya ni supaya nampak. Okay, yang ni kita besarkan juga. Okay. So, bila you nak lukis you punya conceptual framework, lukislah dekat dalam Microsoft PowerPoint. And then you save dia sebagai picture. Okay, senang sikit. Satu, senang kepada mata pensyarah nak tengok. Sebab benda tu dah jadi gambar. Dan setiap kali you nak print, dia tak lari-lari dah. Okay. Mana tadi? Oh ni, shape format ni. Okay, weight dia besar sikit. Senang nak nampak. Okay. So, kenapa dia jadi mediator? Okay, macam mana you nak explain mediator ni kepada orang dengan cara yang paling mudah kita tengok pada relationship sahaja. Contohnya, A ni dia kenal dengan B. Okay. Sorry, dia bukan kenal dengan B. Okay, A ni dia tak kenal B. A dia tak kenal dengan B. Tanpa, okay, sekarang ni A dia tak kenal B. Yang dia kenal adalah C. A dengan C ni kawan baik. C dengan B pula kawan baik juga. So, A dengan B ni tak kenal satu sama lain. Tapi melalui C, diorang kenal. Okay. Dengan adanya C ni, A dengan B berkenalan. Barulah terjadinya satu relationship antara A dan B. Awalnya, asalnya, diorang tak kenal satu sama lain. Tapi bila adanya C, bila you introduce, okay, variable C, dia akan ada relationship. Okay? Faham? So, kalau katakan, you all ni semua tak letak nama. Adalah yang letak nama. Okay, I pakai nama kat sini lah. Allah, nama dia susah nak sebut. Clarissa. Ataupun Vanessa lah. Okay. So, Vanessa ni, dia tak kenal dengan Christina. Okay, dia tak kenal Christina. Tapi dia kawan baik dengan Boom. Okay. So, Vanessa tadi, since dia kawan dengan Boom dan Boom pula dia kawan dengan Christina. So basically Christina dan juga Vanessa ni daripada tak kenal jadi kenal melalui Boom tadi. Okay, Boom kat atas ni. Alright, so this is what we call as mediator. Adanya orang ketiga untuk memperkenalkan dia orang. Right. Moderator ni dia berbeza. A dengan B kenal satu sama lain. Okay, A dan B dia kenal dengan satu sama lain. Tiba-tiba datang pihak ketiga C. Okay, A dengan B ni contohnya dia ada very strong relationship with each other. Positive strong relationship with each other. Tapi bila datangnya C ni mengganggu relationship dia, okay, dia moderatekan daripada strong relationship jadi weak relationship. Ataupun dia boleh juga masuk dalam hubungan ni dan jadikan hubungan ni lebih kuat. Dia boleh dua-dua. So C ni kita anggap sebagai orang tiga lah. Okay, so C ni adalah satu variable yang you kenalkan kepada relationship yang sedia ada. Okay, untuk bantu you kuatkan relationship tu ataupun kurangkan relationship tu. Okay, it depends. Sama ada dia akan kurangkan habis ataupun dia akan terus tukar relationship tu daripada positif jadi negatif. Okay, so that is the moderator. Okay, so that is the moderator punya kerja lah. Okay, dia jadi orang yang ketiga. Kalau C ni, kalau dalam mediator, dia adalah orang yang menghubungkan antara satu sama lain. Okay, kalau C pula, dia adalah orang yang akan kuatkan ataupun lemahkan relationship yang sedia ada. Okay, so that is mediator, moderator. Itulah beza dia. Alright. So, kat sini tadi kita dah tahu kan, is the relationship between, okay, yang ni research question, research objective, hypothesis. Research question 1, research objective 1 dan hypothesis 1, dia kenalah benda yang sama. Dia kenalah variable 1, variable yang sama. Variable 1 kepada dependent variable, variable 1 kepada dependent variable. Jangan tukar-tukar. Okay, susunan dia kena sama, benda yang dalam dia tulis tu pun kena sama. Tak payah nak tukar-tukar sangat. Okay, so that is how you write a conceptual framework. So macam mana you nak copy yang ni, senang saja, make sure all of this is group together. So you dah group, I punya memang dah group lah. Okay, you dah group together and then you can save it as picture. Okay, save picture, so you boleh save kat sini. Alright, and then you pergi balik dekat you punya paperwork ni, dekat you punya thesis ni, you insert picture, this device, and then you boleh mana foto saya? Picture. Okay, lepas tu you boleh letak dia kat framework. Okay, so dah ada dah you punya framework, siap dah framework, simple saja. Okay, insert caption, figure 2.1, conceptual framework. Okay, sekali dengan dia punya hypothesis lagi. Okay, so dah siap. Yang ni you kena make sure you ambil caption for figure. Okay, and then patutnya perkataan figure ni dia akan bold lah. Right. Once you finish with this, tak boleh lah letak conceptual framework macam tu, saya sebiji macam tu, tak boleh. You kena bincangkan. So based on, so you kena tulis lah sikit. So based on the hypothesis that has been developed above, okay, the following conceptual framework is designed. Okay, okay, so you cakap lah, you cakap sikit lah pasal you punya conceptual framework, mana you dapat, daripada teori mana yang organizational commitment ni akan cover these three things, and then daripada teori mana yang mengatakan turnover intention ni boleh di-affect oleh organizational commitment. So talk about that. Okay, you can talk about it and then it will lead to this one. Okay, dalam you punya theoretical review semua ni, you boleh masukkan all the, dekat dalam atas-atas ni kan kita cakap pasal underlying theories, isn't it? So basically, kalau ada figure dekat dalam underlying theories tu, you boleh masukkan terus. Okay, theoretical framework. Yang tu adalah theoretical framework. Yang you nak cadangkan adalah conceptual framework. Tu beza eh. Okay, yang you buat adalah konsep. Okay, it's a concept paper. You cannot, you tak tahu sama ada itu bukanlah teori. Okay, tapi theoretical framework is something that is already dah disahkan, dah di-verify kan. Okay, so that's why it becomes a theory. Okay, kita dah settle dah dengan chapter summary. Okay, chapter 2 macam biasa macam tadi, okay, kita cakap pasal what has been discussed in chapter 2. Okay, and then you boleh ambil balik you punya introduction part, copy paste kat sini, and then you edit sikit untuk jadikan summary. First kali we are going to discuss dalam chapter summary, kita kata we have discussed. Introduction, you be discussing on apa-apa-apa. Chapter summary, kita kena tulis discuss apa benda yang dah discuss lah. Macam biasa juga, after chapter ni, sebelum chapter 3, dia kenalah dekat dalam page baru. Dia tak boleh page yang sama. Dia tak boleh share page dengan yang lain. Especially bila dia masuk dalam chapter yang baru. Alright. So, methodology. Apa yang perlu ada? Macam biasa, macam tadi, introduction. Apa yang expected in this particular, what is expected of this chapter. Okay. So what is subtitle of this chapter? You letak kat sini. Okay. Theoretical framework kita dah cover, so it's not here. Conceptual framework pun it's not here. Statement of hypothesis pun tak ada kat sini. Okay, apa yang perlu ada kat sini? You introduce balik you punya apa nama, untuk student marketing and management, you reintroduce, okay, you punya variable. Okay, and you introduce you punya variable dulu. Okay, this you introduce you punya hypothesis pun boleh. Okay, so you bagi tahu balik semula kan, atas ni you dah ada hypothesis kan, tapi hypothesis you tak adalah mudah untuk orang nak nampak sebab dia selepas the whole barulah you ada hypothesis 1, and then dah lepas the whole paragraph you ada hypothesis 2, ataupun dah different page baru ada hypothesis 2. So dalam you punya methodology you boleh introduce semula you punya apa nama dia tu tadi, hypothesis, statement of hypothesis ni you boleh reintroduce balik. Okay, as mentioned in chapter 2, you boleh dah cakap as mentioned in chapter 2 the teacher review. Okay, the following are statement of hypothesis for this research, and then you boleh letaklah that 3 hypothesis tu. In order for you tulislah kat situ juga, in order to test this hypothesis, the following research design is proposed. Okay, and then you cakap lah pasal research design you. Okay, apa research design yang you nak, macam mana you nak buat, you nak pakai apa, questionnaire ke, you nak pakai interview ke, you nak pakai data, apa, panel data ke, macam mana ke, secondary ke, primary ke, terpulang pada you kan, you letak kat sini, research design. Population and sample, siapa you punya target respondent? Okay, kalau ketika you nak tengok pada organizational commitment of, apa tadi saya kata, of hospitality industry, then of course your population will be people working in the hospitality industry, bukanlah population of Sarawak. Okay, so population kat sini adalah population orang yang bekerja dalam hospitality industry. Okay, dan sampel you tengoklah berapa banyak hotel yang ada. Hotel, okay, hospitality selalunya kita akan tengok pada hotel ataupun apa-apa servis yang menjurus kepada hospitality lah. Alright, so you tengok kepada sampel, untuk kira sampel size you kena tengok pada population dia dulu. So sampling dia macam mana. So mungkin you kata you only focus dekat mana, you only focus ke 5-star employee, so approximately ada berapa, ada macam-macam cara untuk you kira sampel. Okay, there's so many different ways on how you can calculate your kira sampel. So one of the way yang paling mudah adalah the rule of thumb. Rule of thumb ni, for each of the questions that you have in your survey is equivalent to 10 different respondent. So kalau katakan you ada tanya 20 soalan dalam you punya survey, dan 20 kali 100 respondent, tu cara yang paling mudah untuk kira lah. That is what we call as the rule of thumb. Tapi kalau you search online, okay, kalau ataupun you tanya dengan pencarah you tanya dengan supervisor you masing-masing, so masing-masing ada cara tersendiri, they can give you a better way on how to calculate sample. Okay, even online sample calculator, you boleh pakai yang tu juga. Okay, inclusion and exclusion criteria. So basically, I think this will be yang ni lebih kepada ekonomi juga. Okay, ekonomi student kita, dia orang ada inclusion and exclusion criteria sebab dia gunakan banyak secondary data. So for marketing and management student, kita tak ada sangat. Okay, kita tak ada pakai yang ni sangat lah. Data collection procedure, macam mana you nak collect data. So basically, are you going to do it online? Are you going to go to all these different places? Okay, contohnya kalau katakan you kata hospitality tadi, are you going to all these hotels and then distribute questionnaires to all the workers, the employees? Ataupun kalau katakan you punya respondent adalah customer, are you going to sit outside supermarket ke apa ke, and then siapa-siapa yang lepas bayar, you terus bagi dia questions for them to answer ke? So data collection procedure tu kena jelas. Macam mana cara you collect data. Alright, method of data analysis. This is where you're going to talk about your method to achieve ataupun to test, okay, to test your hypothesis. So contohnya kalau katakan you punya hypothesis is only to examine the relationship, you nak tengok relationship je. So basically
the data of the method of analysis would be regression and correlation. Okay, correlation kita nak tengok sama ada A dengan B ni ada hubungan ataupun tidak. Sebab you nak tengok relationship kan. And then you tengok pula pada regression. Kenapa you nak tengok regression? Sebab you nak tengok sama ada hubungan tu kuat ataupun tidak. Okay, so those are the two things that you will test when you want to do a linear punya apa nama ni white apa linear relationship punya testing. Okay, so that is the methods of data analysis. Straight away bagi tahu what kind of analysis yang you nak buat dan kenapa. Okay, so ulang baliklah apa variable yang you ada. So you cakap lah in order to test the relationship between commitment that's turnover intention, apa nama ni, correlation, Pearson correlation analysis will be used. Kenapa you pakai Pearson correlation? So explain a little bit based on your research punya context. Jangan bagi buku teks punya explanation. Terus bagi tahu kenapa dengan you punya research. Kenapa you perlu lakukan? Able to test yourself. Go back to your hypothesis lah. Tulislah apa hypothesis you supaya senang untuk orang nak faham. So you ada 3 hypothesis, 3 kali lah you letak method kat sini. Ataupun you nak lamsamkan semuanya, all of them using the same method. Kalau semua you gunakan method yang sama, contoh 1, 2 dan 3, macam tadi kan effective behavioral dengan ni, you tak ada moderator, you tak ada mediator. So basically it's all the same. So you boleh lamsamkan semua tu together. Ethical consideration yang ni you kena cakap yang your question, contoh yang mana yang pakai questionnaire, you have to talk that your questionnaire memang dah clearly stated that it is anonymous. You tak ada update data peribadi orang tu, and then it is only used for the purpose of this research sahaja. So that is the ethical consideration yang you kena ambil lah. And then you kena bagi tahu lah you did not violate any ethical punya issues lah. Alright, once that is done, chapter summary, you summarize balik apa yang dah di cover, copy paste you punya introduction, masuk ke sini, and then you edit. Itu sahaja. Chapter 4, 5 nanti kita boleh cakap lagi pasal yang ni lah. Alright, so dengan 5 tadi macam tu. Dah. Now references. Kat sini yang I nak kena ajar macam mana nak buat references. So aduh, ini pala kita tengok ada tak paper dalam I punya ni. Refer artikel. Panjang pula nama-nama dia orang. Sekejap, I cari yang simple sikit. Malas saya nak tulis panjang-panjang. Tak ada ke? I rasa macam hari ni yang banyak download. Yesterday, tak ada. Emotional intelligence. Tak apalah, ambil je lah mana tadi refer artikel ni kan. So contohnya, kalau katakan you ada artikel macam ni. If let's say that you have an article like this is an article in press. Kalau di impress, maksudnya dia belum lagi di-publish. Sebab tu dekat atas ni, dekat atas ni dia masih XXX lagi. So it's a bit harder for you to actually write down apa dia punya number. Tapi kat sini dia dah cakap lah, it was accepted in 26 April 2024. Cumanya dia punya, what do you call this, number dia belum ada lagi. So kat mana you nak cari? Kat mana you nak cari journal? So how can you find journal? Oh, dah 359 dah sayang. kat mana you nak cari jurnal? You go to Pitari. Okay, siapa yang tak tahu lagi macam nak cari dekat Pitari, sila tengok. Okay, you go to Pitari and then you go to e-collections. Okay, and then you boleh pergi dekat online database. Okay, and then you masukkanlah nama you kat situ, you punya single ID. Okay, and then dah masuk, sabar je lah. Okay, so kat sini please try again later. Tu yang masalah dia tu. Okay, that's the problem with Unimas. Dia punya server tu kecil sangat saya rasa. Okay, sebab itulah susah sangat. Ni lah. Okay, tahniah lah ni mas. Okay, sebabnya tak dapat nak guna. Okay, so kat sini you go to database lah. Okay, once you dah sampai kat Pitari ni, macam ni nak cari data, macam ni nak cari jurnal yang bagus. Okay, so jurnal-jurnal yang bagus, contohnya you boleh tengok dekat EBSCO. Okay, tapi untuk EBSCO khusus business, banyak yang dah tak diambil oleh Unimas sebab benda ni semua mahal. So basically ada banyak yang Unimas dah tak subscribe. Okay, so kalau katakan you tak ada dapat yang tu, tak apa, you boleh cari dekat Scopus. Okay, ProQuest pun boleh juga, especially the ProQuest Social Sciences. Okay, Social Sciences ni untuk kita ekonomi dan juga management, economic and business punya student, we use a lot of Social Sciences punya research. Okay, so you can use this Social Science, ataupun you boleh pergi dekat Science Direct, ataupun you boleh pakai Scopus. Yang ni lah. Okay, so this is how you can actually use your Pitari. Okay, kena pandai lah macam nak pakai Pitari ni. Aduh. Right, so once you already reach here, what you can do is you can search for the document that you want. Okay, organization, commitment. Okay, and then at search field you want to add on turnover intention. Okay, so sekarang ni you dah ada, you dah jumpa dah apa yang you nak. So dia punya number of research is like 1581. Tak adalah banyak sangat. Selalunya dia akan banyak. Okay, so daripada 1000 ni, remember you punya research hanya boleh gunakan citation daripada 5 tahun ke belakang sahaja. So daripada 2019. Okay, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 5 tahun kan, 2019. Okay, sampailah 2024. And then it should be from business and management, social sciences, economics. Okay, so and then what else? It should be article. Okay, and then should be in English. And then okay, it should be in journal. Okay, all open access. Ni tak payah. Publication stage, final. Okay, baik senang lah you nak cari. So you tekan limit tu. Daripada 1000 lebih tadi tinggal 217 sahaja. So daripada 217 ni, silalah cari apa yang bersesuaian dengan apa yang you nak buat. Okay, so kat sini dia ada cakap pasal effective commitment sahaja. Okay, kat sini ada cakap pasal, most of it talks about employee turnover lah. Turnover intention. Okay, so cari yang mana yang paling sesuai dengan you. Okay, and then you can use that, okay, to actually do your research lah. So cari kat sini. Kalau I pula, how I ask my student, what I ask my students to do is that dia kena cari satu jurnal yang ada questionnaire sekali. Kenapa? Supaya memudahkan you all lah. Okay, a lot all. Alright. So, kenapa pentingnya ada questionnaire? It is to actually make your life easier. Okay, why? Because bila dah ada questionnaire and it is already published, those questionnaire can be used as your main reference untuk buat your own thesis. Okay? Sekejap. Kita nak tengok sama ada yang ni ada questionnaire ataupun tidak. Okay. Yeah. Ini dia tak ada question. Even dia punya ni pun tak nampak. Kita bandingkan dengan JFR. Okay. Okay, kenapa tak ada? So basically for this one, dia tak ada dia punya, dia cuma ada dia punya descriptive statistics sahaja. Tapi dia tak ada soalan. Bila tak ada soalan, I bukan nak benda tu tak bagus. Cumanya it's very hard for you to see whether or not the questions it resembles what you want to do. Okay, so that's why it's good for you to have the question as well. Okay, kalau macam ni tak ada, tak apa je, you boleh je cari yang lain. Okay. Okay, so ni meta analysis tak boleh. Okay. Okay. So macam mana you nak apa yang I nak ajar tadi sebenarnya? I pun dah lupa. Oh, okay, ada ingat dah. I want to teach you how to do your how to do your citation. Okay. So kalau macam ni kan, dia tak ada apa, dia tak bagi give you the full paper, then better tak payahlah. Okay. Text option. Get publisher. Okay, try to see whether or not the publisher allow you to read the paper. Okay, kalau macam ni dia macam bagi, macam tak bagi. Okay, so this one dia bagi you the full paper. Okay. How to check? Usually you have to scroll down sampai paling last. Kadang-kadang dia akan letak sebagai attachment. And sometimes they also put the question inside the table itself. Kalau masa dia nak kira, they want to calculate the alpha, compound alpha kepada soalan-soalan tu, to see whether or not the question is reliable, dia akan state lah. Tapi most of the paper dia tak letak. So bila dia tak letak, you have to find another one and another one sampailah you jumpa apa yang you perlu. Okay, so selagi tak jumpa, you carilah. Jangan putus asa, orang kata. Okay, so bila tak boleh, kita cari tempat lain, tak ada masalah pun. Okay, alright, macam mana you nak buat apa nama dia, macam mana you nak buat citation? Okay, go back here. Okay, for example kan, you dah tulis bla 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 kat sini kan, and then you nak letak citation you kat sini. So you just have to put references, okay, and then you manage the sources. Okay, so manage the sources, apa yang you boleh buat, salah. Delete. Okay, so apa yang you boleh buat adalah you boleh create a new one. Okay, pilih, I hope that you can see this. Okay, pilih kat sini journal article. Alright. Untuk author, you kena letak dia macam ni. Jangan tulis kat sini terus, you put edit. Okay, daripada edit tu, okay, contohnya yang ni, mana ni? Okay, contohnya kat sini, and then kita ambil dia punya nama. Okay, photocopy akan letak. Okay, so ini adalah nama dia, Patricia Elgoiba. Okay, so Elgoiba tu dia punya last name, first name dia Patricia. Okay, and then you can add. And then you tengok lagi apa lagi nama yang ada kat sini. Okay, and then you boleh letak. Kalau orang tu ada letak hyphen dekat nama dia, tolong jangan pecahkan nama tu. Okay, so it's Ruiz Palomino sebagai dia punya last name. Okay, then you add here. And then yang ni always okay, copy, and then you just put it here. Okay, I know I already overrun my time, tapi hopefully you all masih bersabarlah dengan I. Okay, so these are the names yang ada dekat dalam journal tu. Then you tengok okay lah, so dia akan keluar dekat sini. Then the title, what you have to do is you just copy paste lah. What is the title yang ada dekat sini? Okay, this is the title. Problem solving conflict. Selalunya dia akan, benda ni akan berlaku lah. Okay, where each line tu dia tak bersambung. Okay, family and non-family business. Contoh. Okay. Alright. And then journal name, you boleh naik atas ni, you boleh tengok European Management Journal. Okay. So ini adalah dia punya journal name. Tahun dia adalah tahun 2020. Mana dia? Ni 2024. Okay, so tahunnya 2024. Pages dia daripada berapa ke berapa, you boleh tengok. Okay, the problem is yang ni dia belum, dia masih lagi artikel impress. So page number dia tak betul lagi. Okay, so kita tak boleh nak tulis lah page number dia. That's why I ask you to find artikel yang memang dah publish. Okay, so artikel impress, you tak dapat nak letak dia punya volume, issue number, semua ni tak dapat nak letak. So tekan show on bibliography, barulah you nampak lagi yang lain. Ni semua sepatutnya you kena isi. Okay, so DOI number, you tengok dekat bawah ni, this is you punya DOI. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is the DOI. Okay. Kadang susah juga paper macam ni. Okay. And then, ni DOI dia lah. Okay, URL dia pun kat sini juga. So, DOI dia nak daripada nombor 10 ni je. So, that is the DOI number. Dia access, hari apa yang you access tu boleh letak kat sini. Okay, year access. So, basically you take it on 2024. Kenapa benda tu penting? Is because kalau katakan paper tu tiba-tiba hilang ataupun tak ada, is because you already, orang tu tak boleh nak question lah. Dia kata macam, oh, this paper doesn't exist. Well, basically, I access this on this day. So, waktu tu ada. Waktu sekarang mungkin dah tak ada. Okay. Standard number, comments, medium, yang ni cuma tak payah. Volume number ni sangat penting ya. And usually kalau bulan 4 macam ni is considered as the second, usually is the issue issue number 2 already lah, ataupun tak volume number 2, tapi issue number keberapa kita tak sure lah, berapa tahun dah dia publish. So basically it depends on that. So ini sepatutnya ada dekat dalam paper ni. Selalunya dia akan letak dekat sini. Kalau dia tak ada, maksudnya dia belum ada lagi lah. Tapi kita konon-konon kita letaklah dulu. Okay, volume number 2, issue number 15 ke apa ke, mungkin dia dah 15 tahun dah dia publish journal tu, umur dia mungkin dah 15 tahun, then you can put the time. Okay, once you press okay, dia akan keluar kat sini. Okay, so we can close this one. Alright, for example, whatever that you say dekat atas ni, okay, your text here. Okay, so kat sini equals to okay, so for example you come up with apa nama ni, wordings lah, apa-apa yang dia cakap, dia kata oh ini orang ni yang cakap, so you can insert the citation and you can insert this person. Okay, so this style IEE, so you tak boleh pakai ni, you kena pakai APA punya style. Okay, so APA style, dia terus letak nama orang tu. Okay, and then dia punya ni, Brocano 2024. Okay, so lebih mudah lah untuk you, so you will not make any mistake. Okay, let's say that you want to say according to. According to, siapa nama orang ni? Okay, according to this person. So cara macam ni dah salah dah. It shouldn't be inside parenthesis. Okay, dia tak sepatutnya berada dekat dalam parenthesis apa? Kurungan. Okay, so you can convert citation to static text. Okay, so bila you dah convert citation to static text, barulah you boleh adjust dia. Kat sini you tak boleh pakai and macam ni, you kena pakai and macam ni. Okay, kalau dia dalam ayat, dia tak boleh pakai simbol. Kalau dia sebagai parenthesis, you boleh pakai simbol. Kalau dia dalam ayat, jangan pakai simbol lah. And then 2024 barulah buka parenthesis and 2024, comma. Okay. According to for example, you can add okay, so basically itulah cara macam mana you nak tulis you punya citation. So once you already have your citation, okay, bila you dah sampai kat hujung, sebab I letak satu je, okay, once you already reach you punya reference ni kan, you can add your citation. Okay, so macam mana you nak add you punya citation tu, you boleh pergi ke bibliografi. Okay, and then you boleh letak dia sebagai references. Okay, so this is the person yang you pakai tadi. Algoritma P, apa benda. Okay, so this is how to write your citation ataupun your reference systematically lah, menggunakan Word. Okay, so yang ni you boleh delete lah. Okay, alright. Okay. Apa lagi? Kalau you ada banyak, dia akan keluarkan lah. Sebab sekarang ni, I letak satu je. So, satu je lah yang keluar. Apa lagi nak ajar tadi? Oh, list of table. Okay, list of tables. Tadi kan I dah ubah-ubah kan? Okay, macam mana nak isi list of table? Contohnya tadi, kalau you pergi dekat... okay. Okay, patutnya list of table tadi. List of tables. Okay. Alright. So, list of table patutnya dia pergi kepada table-table punya citation yang kita dah letak ni. Example of a long table lah, apalah kan. So, macam mana nak buat list of tables? You go back here. Yang ni you delete dulu pun tak apa. Okay. And then you insert table. Mana dia? Insert table of figures. Okay. So, dah insert dekat sini. You pergi kat references lah. Okay, and then you show, tadi saya kata table kan? Okay, caption label, table. Okay, table, show page number, right align page number. So, semua page number sebelah kanan. Okay, format daripada template lah, include label and number. And then you tekan OK. So, dia akan keluar kat sini. Table 1, background configuration. Tadi tu kita ada kan? Table tu. Okay, ni example of long table. So, 1, 2 and 3 dah ada kat dalam ni. Okay, list of figures pula. Okay, macam mana kita nak make sure kita ada list of figures tadi. Sama juga cara dia. Okay, you go to insert table of figures. You tukar kat bawah ni jadi figure. Tadi table, sekarang figure. And then you tekan OK. Do you want to replace the second? OK. So, figure 1, example of figure. 2.1 is conceptual framework. Okay. So, apa nama ni, kalau you nak dia sama, you have to make sure dekat dalam site, in text tadi tu, dia punya cara you tulis tu, sama lah. Okay, so, barulah list of figures ni come out. Okay, page number. Okay, sebabkan ni, you nampak these are the different section. Okay, bila you nak make sure yang page number you tu tak salah, okay, so you can actually create different section for each page. Okay, for the pages yang awal-awal ni lah. Contohnya declaration. Ni front page. Contohnya front page. Yang ni section 1. Ini section 2. Okay, yang ni section 3. So macam mana nak buat section-section tadi? I dah cakap kan, you pergi dekat you pergi dekat layout, you pergi dekat break tu, you buat section break ataupun next page. Okay. So once you do that, you boleh adjust dia punya, sebab dia lain-lain section, so you boleh adjust dia punya page number. Kalau you tak tukar dia section yang berbeza, page number dia akan running daripada, it will run together with the one that you already have. Okay. Maksudnya you tak boleh nak tukar-tukar page number dia lah. Maksudnya kalau katakan you punya ni, section ni semua sama je. Okay, it's all section 3 sampai ke bawah ni semua section 3 sampailah introduction pun masih lagi section 3. Page yang ni you akan ada masalah untuk letak dia punya page number. Sebab dia akan start dengan nombor 12 lah. Macam ni dia start dengan nombor 12. Sebabnya ni nombor 11. Okay, so macam mana you nak adjust? Okay, sebab ni section yang berbeza. So dia tak ada masalah sangat. Okay, so you just format balik semula page number. You boleh start at 1. And then you boleh number format tu you boleh pilih 1, 2, 3 macam ni. Then you tekan OK. Okay, so dia akan keluarlah kat sini. So list of tables tadi mungkin ada kesilapan kat sini. Okay, so you right click balik update field. So dia tukarlah page number tadi daripada berbelas dan jadi 2, 3 dengan 3. Okay, the same thing as this one. Okay, page 16 kan. So you update field balik semula, dia akan tukar jadi 5 dan juga 11. Okay, so that is how you do it. Any questions so far? Ada apa-apa soalan? Hopefully, I tahu dia memang laju sebabnya I nak cuba cover as much as possible. Okay, dalam masa 2 jam saja. Okay, and then patutnya I cuma cover on formatting. Tapi I think that because a lot of students dia masih baru nak start. So since you all baru nak start, it's good for me to actually introduce you how to write the introduction, macam mana nak buat problem statement, macam mana nak write you punya research objective. Okay, sebab banyak student yang ada masalah dengan penulisan tu. Okay, so I hope that whatever that I have asked you to do ataupun whatever that I have teach you to do, you can do it lah. Okay, so hopefully you can do it much better. Kejap ya, I tengok balik semula. Okay. For the guideline. So this is basically what I usually give to my student. Yang dulu-dulu lah, tapi I tak update dia lagi sebab dia terbalik. Okay, tapi I'm just going to show you. Okay. Aduh. Jom. Okay. This is what I usually give my student lah. Sekejap ah. Okay. Whenever bila you nak buat you punya research, especially chapter 1, 2 and 3, you should have this page. Okay? It is good for you to have this kind of page. Which is ada satu page sahaja yang bagi tahu you punya research ni pasal apa. If you're able to do this, it will be so easy for you to write your whole thesis. Okay? So contohnya introduction, you define what, why, who, where, when and how. Okay, so what is your research about? Why are you doing it? Who is your respondent? Where are you going to do it? Okay, and then when? Okay, bila? Maksudnya you nak buat tahun ni lah kan? And then how? This is the method. Okay, so kalau you boleh jawab yang ni semua ni in very short sentence, then maksudnya you faham apa you nak buat. Okay, and then it's not research objective first, dia kena research question dulu, bukan research objective dulu. Okay, research question dahulu, barulah research objective. So you punya research question, doktor boleh minta record the video. I banyak merepek je dalam ni sebenarnya. Kalau you rasa record the video tu boleh membantu, then I will share the record the video lah. Okay. Apa dia tadi? Research. Lupa dah. Okay, research question. Okay, research question tadi I dah ajar kan? Research question 1, it have to be aligned with research objective 1. Research objective 1 have to be aligned with your hypothesis 1. Okay, and then hypothesis 1, patutnya methodology tu dia akan align dengan how to test your hypothesis 1. Okay, so yang ni literature review ni dia tak perlu ada kat sini pun. What have to be in here is actually you punya problem statement. Sebab tu I kata yang ni tak updated. Yang ni waktu dulu-dulu I rasa like this is like 5 to 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago I buat benda lagi. Okay, tapi ada banyak dah perubahan yang biasalah kan kita makin lama makin bijak kan. So kita rasa macam yang ni dah tak mungkin masih susah untuk student nak buat. So basically literature review tak perlu ada dekat sini. Apa yang perlu ada dekat sini adalah problem statement. Problem statement untuk research objective, research question pertama. Okay, apa isu dia? You nak tengok kepada effective commitment terhadap turnover intention tadi kan. So apa isu dalam effective commitment? That is your problem statement. Is there any issue on effective commitment that can lead to turnover intention? is there any issue of turnover intention in Malaysia? Okay, so itulah dia you punya problem statement. Alright, so letak problem statement tu sebelum research question. Okay, research objective ni dia dah pergi ke sebelah sini dah. Salah tadi. Okay, so once you finish this, okay, then it's easy for you to tampal benda ni, letak dekat bilik you, dekat dinding you. Okay, bila you nak buat kerja, you lupa dah apa you cari, you tengok balik you punya template ni. Sebab you dah letakkan introduction you apa, you dah buat sendiri ni, you dah masukkan you punya data dalam ni. Okay, you print out, tampal. Every time you search for journal, make sure journal tu berkaitan dengan apa you nak buat. Setiap kali you baca and then you rasa interested, oh journal ni interesting. Remember, you buat topik lain. You buat benda lain. Jangan setiap kali you jumpa something interesting, you terus bertukar-tukar arah. Itu yang membuatkan kerja you jadi lambat. So that's why, buat benda lah ni, tampal. Kenapa nak tampal? Supaya you tak salah arah. You dah tahu dah objektif you ni, hypothesis you ni, macam mana you nak capai. Okay, that's why you have to have this one page tampal dekat bilik. Okay, so this is how you do it. Okay, yang ni memang tak, this one is very outdated sebab kat sini I masih letak literature review lagi, patutnya tak payah letak pun. Okay, yang penting adalah you punya problem statement, research question, research objective, hypothesis. Hypothesis tak ada kat sini hypothesis dekat literature review dia patutnya ada hypothesis, and then the method on how to achieve to test the hypothesis. Okay, so I think that if you don't have any more question, okay, kita boleh bubarkan kita boleh close lah. Ada soalan tak? Ada apa-apa soalan tak? Any question that you want to ask me? I hope that this session helps lah. Okay. Ada soalan yang nak tanya? No, doktor? Okay, betul lah, tak ada soalan. Sebab I'm not sure when am I going to see you again, except for my student, memang you akan jumpa I lah. Okay. So, kalau tak ada soalan, can everybody switch on your camera? Sebabnya Dr. Fadila minta gambar. Bukti yang you all datang. Okay, switch on your camera and then kita akan bagi gambar lah. Okay, buka. Everybody, jom. Ni nak pergi toilet daripada tadi ni. Cepat sikit. Dah? Jom. Cepat, buka kamera. Dah handsome dah tu, dah cantik dah tu. Buka. Alright. Boleh. Yang lain tak nak buka. Okay, yang lain dah hilang daripada skrin. Dah tak wujud dah depan komputer. Tinggal komputer dia je yang on. Okay, sekejap lah. I buka WhatsApp tadi. I terus bagi. Okay. FYP seminar series bukan. Mana group tadi? Okay. So, EBW ni finance Okay. Alright. So, 1, 2 and 3. Kejap ya. Okay, jom kita ambil gambar. Control alternate print screen. Okay. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. I masukkan dalam group tadi. Okay. And then kita tengok page yang sebelah. Okay. 86070. Kejap buka, kejap tutup. Sabar. Control alternate print screen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Senyum. Okay. Alright. Dan kita masuk dekat sini. Okay. third page. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Bukti you all datang. Okay. So, okay, next page. 1, 2, and 3. Senyum. Allah. Cancel. Sekejap lagi sekali. Control alternate print screen. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Ruby. Okay. So, yang tu dia punya. Okay, this is 161 student participants kat sini yang tinggal 148 lah. Tadi 161 ni dah jadi 148. Alright. Thank you so much everybody. Okay, take care everyone. Stay safe and good luck for your FYP ya. Bye bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Ya,
Doktor.
dokter.
Bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Bye.
QR.
Ah, QR. Okay, QR. Okay. Siapa yang belum QR?
Saya, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor. Mana I punya QR? Okay. Kejap. Okay, thank you. Sama. Kejap, I mencari mana QR you. QR? Bukan. Okay. Ini QR attendance. Okay.
Ma'am, can you share the recording later?
Boleh share dekat dalam yang tadi hantar tu
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome. Okay, siapa yang belum lagi sila ambil attendance. Okay. Okay. Dah settle lah. Semua orang dah ambil. Ada lagi. I nak kencing ni. Cepat.